Okay, so let me explain how I understand gravity. Okay.
Gravity.
In contrast,
because that's what I was about to say. What does that?
Yeah, what does that have to do with what he was saying?
Because when you're saying we're spinning, that means that we should be splattered apart, just like a wet, tennis ball travels when you throw it. You throw a tennis ball. When you throw a tennis ball and it turns a bunch of times and it splatters all that water everywhere.
Yeah. That's not what he was talking about.
So that's what's causing the spinning, and you think you would just be flying away.
That's not what he was talking about, though.
He's talking about the spinning.
No, he wasn't. What he was talking about.
He was talking about the spinning.
But what does the tennis ball have to do with the spin? What is it?
Wait, both you guys.
If you turn,
hold on. Mario is imagining that you were talking about the fact that like the Earth is spinning so fast that things just get flung out into space, and why is that happening? That's not what he's talking about. What Franklin is talking about is why can a vehicle be up in the air? And the Earth just doesn't rotate around because it's spinning so fast that the vehicle can just stay in one spot and the Earth keeps spinning versus like, why is it when we're on the ground?
Right.
Like, we don't see the Earth spin, but yet when the vehicle goes, airplane or helicopter goes up in the air, shouldn't we see the Earth spinning?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you guys were thinking different things. What do you think? What's your a rebuttal to why?
Okay, so let me put an example on that idea. Is that think of you in a fucking limousine going 60 miles an hour on the freeway, and just like you're holding your phone 1 second and then you drop your phone doesn't travel 60 miles back into the limousine. And it falls directly down because there are certain things that reach a certain velocity for a certain amount of time that just remain at that velocity at all times, which prevents them from just spinning with the counterforce of what they're standing on that they first became to light, And can you rephrase that in such a way?
Okay, he's actually essentially correct, which is to say that the whole Earth and the atmosphere that contains it is spinning at the same rate. So it wouldn't matter that a vehicle goes up into the air and all of the material that's in the air is also spinning at the same rate that the Earth is. So so it's all spinning together.
Not true.
And this is why this International Space Station, when you go up high enough, the International Space Station is traveling at 17,000 miles per hour around the Earth, but it mostly just stays where it is, and it travels as the Earth spins. So the further you go away from the Earth, the more you're going to see that actually applicable. You're actually going to be out of the atmosphere because the atmosphere and the energy around the Earth is spinning at a particular rate. But the further you go away from the Earth, the more you're entering just space. And space doesn't have that same spin to it because it's not contained within the atmosphere that is the Earth. So the low orbit vehicles like the International Space Station, they can travel really fast around the Earth. They can travel around the whole Earth in like 18 hours or 17 hours. Or no, maybe even faster. Maybe it's like 3 hours or something like that. I have to look it up. I'll look it up right now. But look it up on your fancy device.
Okay, but they're able to spin and do this because why? Wait, what's able to spin? This is my question though, right? Okay. Inside a limousine, what's the difference between a limousine and a car?
No difference.
No difference.
Car,
right? Yeah. You're inside this vehicle that has no wind pressure inside of it.
Okay.
So, but if you jolt off and you got your phone in your hand, the phone's gonna fly backwards. If you put on a hard brake, the phone's gonna fly forward. You're talking about inside a car. If you going fucking 60 miles per hour and you put your hand out the window and hold your phone out, the shit's gonna fly backwards. You're inside the car. The wind's not affecting you. 60 miles an hour doesn't matter. We're talking about the wind suspension. If you're up in the air in suspended air, what's holding you to the ground? There's nothing holding you to the ground. There's no reason. You're.
But the difference.
It's okay. Matter of fact,
Mario's saying essentially with his analogy that the Earth is the car, and that is correct. The Earth is the car, and all the air that's in the car, you're gonna get friction in the same way that a helicopter gets friction through our atmosphere. You're gonna get friction if you sit at the back of the limousine and take a racquetball or a tennis ball and throw it towards the front. There's gonna be friction between that ball and the wind that's in the limousine. But that's different between.
There's no.
That's different.
What wins in a limousine?
What's that?
What's
in the
if you're in the back of the limousine, you throw the tennis ball forward.
That's like the helicopter moving through the earth because the whole atmosphere of the limousine is traveling together. Whereas when you stick your hand outside the limousine's window, that's the same thing as if you get closer to space and you stick your arm outside of the Earth's atmosphere into space. You're essentially feeling the friction between space and the atmosphere that's all traveling at 66,000 miles per hour.
That also tells you that we're also inside of a dome. Because still, you have to account for the fact that you're inside of something while this limousine is traveling 60 miles. Being outside of this limousine, you're going to feel every bit of that 60 miles. Since you're inside, there is nothing holding you or making you feel the pull of the gravity. Yeah, because you're on ground. You're in the car on ground going 60 miles. But if the world is moving so fast, what is holding the helicopter and the ground together? You know what I'm saying? Besides the air. If you put, what in the atmosphere? What in the atmosphere? In that case, if it's the atmosphere, okay,
it's just the bits.
Okay, in that case, then, why is the helicopter flying? Because if it's holding it to the atmosphere, if the ground is moving, the helicopter is going to move with it. Meaning I am just going to suspend myself and let the ground take me to where I'm going because I'm stuck to the atmosphere.
The helicopter moves or anything moves because of displacement of material. So it's like the only way anything can move through space at all is because you're moving into that space. You're displacing material.
The helicopter moves
there's
because
some material
it has
there, and you're moving into that space. So when the blades move on a helicopter, it's forcing the space that's above the helicopter below the helicopter. That's what those blades do. It literally cuts into the air above it. And as it cuts into the air above it, the space that was there gets pushed below those blades. And every time it's moving, it's pushing air below those blades. And in the similar way, an airplane, when a propeller moves, whether it's a jet or otherwise, it's taking air and it's pushing it through a system. And that's all. It's essentially creating a flow of
system.
Just like fish in the ocean.
It's pulling through a system of what? Because it's flying.
When you move through water,
with birds, you're moving through the ocean. But what?
It's moving through the material.
But how to? But air is a material. With all that science and with all that makes sense. A material with moving through the system, understandable. How is that holding you to the ground?
Why is it not flat?
Why is it not flat?
Is that what you're saying? Because you could say the gravity is true even if it's flat.
I don't believe even with gravity, it's mass. Mass holds it.
I'm still on the first question. I didn't listen to anything you guys just said because you skipped ahead and ignored what he was talking about.
Wait. Because he's making it.
Gravity. So hold on. First question. Like you were saying, it cutting through the air, the material through the air. Okay.
You agree with that?
Because aerodynamics. You know what I'm saying? Like everything like that. You feel me? It has to. But I'm saying when does that
air moves with the earth?
That the air moves with the earth?
Yeah, the atmosphere that is the air is moving with the earth. As fast as the earth is spinning. Well, like how fast?
Oh no! I'm saying I don't believe that.
Miles,
I'm saying I don't believe that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because the ground and the air are two separate things. But like I said, if they move at the same rate, that's proving a dome. You know what I'm saying? Proving a closed surface around these clouds in the air.
Why would that
to make
it
to make it circulate at one to make it circulate? Because if it's true, that means that the earth is flat.
Well, the dome doesn't move, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So then why would it moving prove that it's true?
Well, I'm saying for one being a dome over because how in an open surface, what makes in an open surface? What makes a cloud move or be controlled the same way that the ground does? So the ground moving in a circle, rotating, what makes the sky rotate as well? Because the sky is not moving and rotating like the earth is. What makes these clouds rotate? Why is the ground rotating, meaning that the clouds have to rotate?
You ever seen a snow globe?
A snow globe, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you think the earth is like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's exactly.
We can't
what
argue
I think
with that.
That's
like
exactly
no level
what I
of
think
science can disprove the concept of the Matrix, which could be a globe.
No, I mean
like
even
that.
like
the Truman Show.
Because I mean, put it. I mean, like this.
Him.
Listen. What is the atmosphere? Going out of the atmosphere, breaking out of the ozone, breaking out of that. Scientifically, what is that? Because what I would say is going out of the atmosphere, having an atmospherical, you feel me?
You ever
Cover
seen the
over
Truman
the
Show? Bring up the Truman Show, Grant, please.
I love the Truman Show. His whole life was a movie.
Exactly. You see how that's a dome as well? Could there be a dome like that you live on a real Earth that is spherical?
On a real Earth that is spherical?
Yes.
What makes the Earth round?
Well, you wouldn't know that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I wouldn't know that.
So you've seen the Truman Show then?
Yeah.
You see. Do you remember that one shot that they showed from outer space and how big the facility was where the Truman, where Truman was in?
Okay.
That could be the globe that you imagine the world to be because you haven't traveled outside of it, right?
Okay, hold on.
Okay. See, Grant, do you follow me there? Help me out.
I think I get. I know where you're getting from. What?
Atmosphere layers. Now you can see the different atmospheres. So the Earth, being spherical, is moving with all these layers of energy. And the further out you go, the more you're going to be traveling, because you're always falling. So if you're way out here, you're not just going to fall directly towards the Earth, but because the whole thing is spinning, you're going to fall like this way.
Close that. Close that. Hit the X on the top right corner, Grant, of that little box. Yeah, please. Thank you. Show me that again. Okay, these are the atmospheres. Scroll down, please. All the way down. Perfect.
So it's like the atmosphere is this huge layer where it's like when they're talking about outer space, that's what they're referring to. Outer space is the area that's beyond our atmosphere. It's like at some point, like you gotta think about even our satellites, like how fast our Earth travels. Is I want to say like 66,000 miles around our sun. Like it's traveling around our sun so fast to where like if you get beyond a certain area,
I don't even believe that.
If you get beyond a certain area,
travels around
you're no longer in the pull of the Earth to be able to even move with that and you just get left in outer space.
So this is
like we're so like that's how crazy our Earth is, bro. Like if you like do you realize how big this is? It's so big.
No sense to me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's the most magical thing ever.
Listen, it's not. That's the thing. Magic, bullshit. Listen,
magic.
That's not magic. Okay, this is it's really simple, right? We live in a globe.
In a globe? Yeah, I agree.
The world don't spin. The world don't spin.
Oh yeah,
the sun and moon spins around us.
How'd you build that?
How I build out?
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
Where'd I get that from?
Yeah. How do you build that out?
I've heard it on some internet source. Yeah.
How do you build that, or what's that look like for you?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you agree with that? Like, what was the thing that popped out to you the first time you heard that? Because you say your brother Colin told you, right? And then what?
Because the way the way the world is lit, the way how it's lit, and the way where it's lit. You know how the sun sets. You feel me, and where it sets at. And
okay.
Just the angles. Yeah, the angles of of how they are. You feel me? Is what just
that's the thing that made the most sense for you, where you were like, oh shit.
Is the sun moving around? Because I just didn't. It didn't make any sense to me. About how the fuck we're rotating around the sun, right? And we're the third planet from the sun, but then there's no talk of these other two planets in front of us rotating around the sun either. Because if the gravitational pull is so strong, why the fuck are we the only ones rotating? And yeah, I don't know. So I'm not gonna sit there and try to name it like I do. But whatever two planets are in front of us or whatever, feel me? Where they at rotating within this rotation of the sun? You know what I'm saying? Where does our moon come in on their planets if they already have their own separate moons? You know what I'm saying? Where does everything that we get come into play for those first two planets? You know what I'm saying? Being life and all shit like that, to be real with you, because if we're rotating around the sun, that means that these planets will get just as much as sun as we do, because we're rotating and moving just as, you know what I'm saying, because it's the gravitational pull, right? Because we're that close to it. If we're lined up like how they say we are, you feel me, on a planet scale, if we're rotating enough to rotate and not be burned, but every time you see a planet, you feel me, see the scale of the planets, you feel me, look for the planets, you know what I'm saying? We're lined up, you know what I'm saying, from where the sun is, you feel me? It's so fucking hot. Why has the first planet never been burned out, but the last planet has been frozen out? You know what I'm saying? If you've ever heard, you feel me, no longer Pluto, you know what I'm saying? It's been frozen, you feel me, just a dwarf planet, you know what I'm saying?
What about Nibiru, bro? You ever hear
or
of
shit,
Nibiru?
But listen,
is that like the sneaky planet that's still out there that's like the coldest?
If some shit like that, you know what I'm saying, never heard of, you feel me? But these are real things, you feel me, that have also popped up, you know what I'm saying, also have came about, you feel me, within, you know what I'm saying, shit going on within our solar system, you know what I'm saying, within our lives, you feel me? There's shit that's fucking discovered every day because somebody has lied about something that, you know what I'm saying, they try to keep under wraps, you feel me, forever, you know what I'm saying? You learn something new all the fucking time, you feel me? So if we were rotating around it, yeah, would give me information on the other planets who are rotating around it as well. But there's never, you feel me? They're not telling you, you know what I'm saying, that they are, you know what I'm saying? We're the only ones who are. So it didn't make sense to me, you know what I'm saying? But to be, I guess as well, you know what I'm saying, if I could say it like this, I don't even know how to say it, not to sound ignorant like that, but to believe in other planets as well. You know what I'm saying? To only have heard of them, but never seen a real picture of what Mars or Neptune looks like. You feel me? Saturn or anything else looks like. You know what I'm saying? You've never seen these real pictures. You've never seen these pictures. Wait.
Okay. The only way you see the real pictures is if you're actually out there. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, for sure. What else? I mean.
So if you're not an astronaut, you can't believe.
But then but put like this: even an astronaut, real ass astronaut, okay. Who the fuck? I mean, as many explorations as we went on, who the fuck has came back with a real picture of any of these planets?
Dude, you know what we should do? We should all pitch our money in and get a nice ass telescope and then just go look at the stars together.
But even if he saw stars and even if he saw them in high detail, he would just still think that they're flat. They're like these stickers in the sky that you can just see clearer.
I also believe
that's the thing
it's
about
crazy
it.
Because about
he
the
just
Bible,
playing that
right?
game, card.
About what? About stickers?
About other planets in the real space that is infinite.
I didn't say you can see a star. I didn't say that. You can see a star looking up, but through a telescope, you can probably see it more clear. But through a telescope, can you fucking see the next planet next to us? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah.
And Uranus and all that shit.
So give me, if you can see it, then where's the real picture?
There is pictures.
Okay.
So you don't want to believe in the pictures you've seen.
Let's see.
Come on, because if you look up a picture, if you go to Google right now and go to Google Images, they're gonna have fucking 15 different pictures of what this shit looks like.
You look at NASA. NASA's the only one that's been up there. The only one that has had that chance to like take actual pictures of that place.
Okay.
They're the only ones that are sending fucking heavy ass rockets that are $1 million each up into the space to just see what the fuck everything looks like. Hit the YouTube button. Hit the YouTube button, Grant. This is gonna look terrible.
It looks exactly like Arizona.
Look how fucking CGI that look. Come on.
See, this is what he can use at any time.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
What do you mean? What I can use? Mario,
Dude,
you see it for your face.
Because CGI has gotten so good, you can just say that about everything.
Okay, listen.
Even things that are actually true.
The thing, but okay. Even for your sake, right? What do you know is true? Stuff like that
makes sense.
They can put that shit together too. Okay, let me ask this question.
But what's the benefit in that?
This is where we're gonna start from. Do you believe we landed on the moon or ever went?
We know that the moon is round.
Hold on. Don't go away from the question.
That's the main reason.
No.
Whether we went there or not.
You don't know that neither. You don't know that neither.
Probably not.
You don't know that
neither. But maybe.
Look, you don't know that neither because you don't even have a real picture from the moon.
What?
Do you
just because I wasn't there to see it?
Listen. Let me ask you a question. Do you for real? Do you believe that we went or have gotten close to going, or really you do believe we went up there?
Yes. Let's just say I do.
Okay, so then that's where that's where we're going from.
Is it debatable? Of course, you can debate the concept.
It's not. No. It's not debatable. It's not debatable. The
what do you mean it's not debatable?
themselves have fucking told us that they didn't go. Look it up.
Okay, so you're talking about the times that the
we've never went. No.
Did you see the one that the astronaut was telling details and they passed out and halfway their speech? Have you ever seen those videos of them getting grilled by the audience and they not having any good answers about what happened up there?
Because they never went.
Because
every
atmosphere of space will destroy your body.
Exactly, because of what they didn't show you about the atmosphere, you feel me, about the radiation that sits over the damn atmosphere. There is no getting out of the outer space, none of that shit. Every rocket, every space shuttle that has tried to make it out of there has fucking failed.
So you think the space station doesn't exist?
The space station?
Yes.
Where?
The one that orbits the Earth, the International Space Station. That's fake, obviously.
Now you're giving in. You're just giving up. Okay.
Let me ask this question.
Okay. I'm on my own now.
There's satellites that ping from outer space to here, right? What the fuck is that strong? How did you get the satellite to get up there?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get the satellite to get up there?
What did you shoot up there to get the satellite? Who did you send up there? How did the satellite? What did you ping? Who did you call? They when the space station got up there, they called down to let them know, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you feel me, like phone down to let them know. Who did you call from outer space? What service or anything?
I mean, the service is their craft. Their craft is a giant, like, directional device that they can literally, like, you know, they're like what they use for to send the signals for the internet or for phones. Like, that's what that whole station is. It's a giant satellite. So they can literally point a signal anywhere on the earth. And so they type that shit in and they can literally send a signal anywhere. Like, the whole earth is their fucking playing field. So anything that's visible, they can literally point their giant freaking beam at and move the whole space station to a point and to, like, send their signal to. So that's not an issue. They are the satellite.
The main point that we're trying to bring to light here is the first question I asked you.
Why are gummy bears the most
What
delicious
is
candy?
where's your percentage of reservations of doubt? And that percentage was 35 grand, 35%. So what is that 35? Exactly my point. So what is that 35%? What does that represent to you?
Oh, because it's doubt within myself, because I don't have, like I said, a real. Sorry, excuse me. Hello.
All right. That's good.
Please.
Just like that.
I want to get some clean audio.
I don't have like a for sure argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can ask me questions.
But that's
like
that's what he said at the beginning, right? He said,
so it's not,
I believe in it, but I'm not necessarily gonna argue.
So it's not something like I have doubt because damn, the world, 100% could be, you know what I'm saying? Or I think that it is round, you know what I'm saying? Because of these beliefs, I don't have there were things to me that I felt valuable for my information to think that the world was flat.
Right.
For me, myself. So that's why I went with it. But to be a person who's like, fact this, fact that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got something against you, you know what I'm saying?
This,
you feel me? I don't have that, you know what I'm saying? I have a few
My next question,
key things, you feel me? But it's like, no, I don't have that 100%.
I feel like the next question would be like, you all have your right to have your own opinion, but do you go around spreading your opinion? For example, do you tell your daughter that the earth is flat?
I don't. You know what? I don't tell her.
She just knows.
But
she knows.
I know. I don't tell her, but I wouldn't.
Sometimes, and then she just Frank like sliding like a little globe like it's flat. It's flat. And then she just eating her French fries like, Daddy, I'm trying to eat these French fries. Just want to let you know. Flat.
You're
flat.
right.
Flat.
I didn't just like off the bat tell her, but I would not tell her.
Right.
So if she talked to me and asked me, yeah, I guess in a way you even saying that, yeah, maybe I should probably do more research on what I believe in. Obviously, it would make more sense, but I wouldn't tell her nothing I wouldn't believe in.
You gonna steer her in like, yeah, that's I mean that's an interesting question. Yeah, do you steer her in a direction?
No,
obviously as far as morally probably, but not like spiritually. Like, hey, like do you figure out your own path kind of thing?
No. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, I can't say that. I want her to, you know what I'm saying? I want her to, it's one of the things like I want her to pick the choices that she wants, but also hoping that she picks the choices that I think she would, you know what I'm saying? Go down the path that I'm hoping she would go down, you know what I'm saying? Right. But if ever asks me, you feel me, or asks, okay, Daddy, I believe in this, you know what I'm saying? What did you think about this? You know what I'm saying? Then, yeah, I would tell her, yeah, baby, I don't believe the world is round. You know what I'm saying? I believe that.
She like grows up to be like a world-renowned physicist and like scholar, and like you never tell her.
And that like,
let me tell you, Pat.
And that would be beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Because like 100%, like morally, like, prove me wrong, then, you know what I'm saying? That would be dope. That'd be the fucking best thing for me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what you want as a dad too.
Yeah,
you want your
kid
to be better.
For sure, because anybody else, you know, like that. Feel me? I love y'all, but fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what y'all say. But if she come back like, okay, you believe the world is flat, I'm going to go to the limit to
show you.
If this is the biggest thing you believed in my whole life, you feel me? My dad has always told me the world is flat. I want to figure and I want to know if his belief is true or not. You feel me? Me dead or not. You feel me? I want to figure out. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest thing. You feel me? My dad. You feel me? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can look up all the studying I want, but you know, there are people who we just real shit. You feel me? Who are silenced for a situation. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know what I'm saying, have found something. You feel me? So valuable that it's just like, you know, never got the chance to tell. So we do know that that's out there, you know what I'm saying? So if she ever got the chance or whatever, you know what I'm saying, let her be the person to actually see it for herself, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is this, you know what I'm saying? And
Why do you think? I'm just curious. Like, if you think it is flat, why do you think that anybody would tell us it's round? Like, why did they? Because wasn't it? It's obviously popular opinion,
right?
That like
because
what's the benefit?
Well, honestly, going back, no.
So like, I'm curious. Like, why would they include that in the popular opinion before the 1200s, and then why would they say that we evolved through?
Well, no, it was both periods before popular and everything. They believed in both.
Okay,
they believe shit. Honestly, before it was popular, they believed that the world was flat. You feel me? That was literally that was the big situation. You know what I'm saying? The world maps and everything. You feel me? Even now, though, honestly, you go to the United Nations map. It shows a map of the flat Earth. You feel me? It shows it shows everything in the middle of like basically a compass situation. You know what I'm saying? But the world was believed to be flat, you feel me, at one point, and then it got to a situation where it became round, you know what I'm saying, due to, feel me, honestly, scientists, you feel me, people getting the bright idea shit, people getting smart with shit, you know what I'm saying, figuring out you can't have electricity or something fall, feel me, physics or anything like this without the world being in, you feel me, a perfect circumference or whatever the fuck, you feel me, it is, you feel me, sphere, without it being the way it is, you know what I'm saying, and that shit making sense. Smart people, Einstein, you feel me, like smart but crazy or whoever the fuck you want to think, but they put so much shit into our head that it's all almost as a brainwashing thing. You know what I'm saying? You have no choice but to believe it. If this man, you feel me, just so happened to be nominated, Nobel Peace. What the fuck is it?
Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize, but there literally is a man who had this idea before or who literally is smarter than him but is not in the limelight, you're not going to believe him. You're going to believe the person who everybody sees. You feel me? Sometimes, everybody knows Einstein. Everybody knows this person, but do you know the person behind the books who actually had this idea before? Everybody fucking praises fucking Elon Musk, but Tesla, you feel me, was the person who invented the conduction of the electricity for him to have the idea of a car running on electricity. Tesla is a whole name from a whole person who came up with this idea, but it's a person you see in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? It's a person who you see that created the situation. You know what I'm saying? So
my real question is, do you think your daughter needs to know your opinion?
Oh, for sure. I do.
She needs to know.
Yeah. I mean, well, need to?
Yes.
No, because if I say need to, that's me telling her
yes
every chance I get. No, I don't.
Exactly.
But if she tells me, I will make sure that she knows what I'm saying. Because, like I said, for me, I that's just is one of the thing. Well, the major thing I guess that got me is it was a guy back in the day, and actually, if you've seen it, they made a Hennessy commercial on him. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Augusta Picard, it was a scientist actually back in the day. Yeah, Star Trek, Picard. They actually used, you feel me, his last name. You feel me?
Okay.
Picard, yeah. You can look him up right now. He was a scientist who created his own, I think, metal or, you know what I'm saying, his own hot air balloon and flew outside of the Earth, and he proves the Earth being dime shaped. It is round, but not circular. No, circular, but not round. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a quarter, not a ball. You know what I'm saying? So circular, but flat. You feel me? And this is something that he posted. He posted these, you feel me, in articles. You feel me, back in the day, but never posted. But then, you know, the world is seemingly round, and they made a Hennessy commercial about it, him and his son, because his son traveled to basically the lowest depths of in the ocean, you feel me, and seen that there was water underwater, as they prove in the Bible, or you know what I'm saying, how Jesus said, how God said the firmament over the earth, you feel me, there is water, it's a dome over the earth, and there's water over the earth inside a layer of, you know what I'm saying, a dome. And at the bottom of the earth, there's water under the earth. You know what I'm saying? So if you've ever seen the movie Moana, it shows it perfectly. Moana goes through, movie? Yeah, oh God, yeah. Moana, she's on top of a mountain and she goes through a hole that goes through the ocean and goes to the bottom of the ocean where it's water where they're like on land and actually able to breathe under there. You know what I'm saying? So it shows the whole depiction
So it's like
of it.
reality flips or something like that?
Like you would say in a way, you know what I'm saying? But it's just it's water. I don't know how to prove it. Like